Pits is just one of the 5 million U.S. businesses that rely on TikTok every day. TikTok sparks business.
When it comes to putting an honest day's work, you need the right gear. That's where Red Wing Shoes steps in. Trusted by the toughest, worn by the best. Hi, Teresa here from the Fargo Red Wing Shoe Store. We're more than footwear. We're committed to quality, durability, and comfort for your feet. Whether you're in the field, on a job site, or out on the town, Red Wing Shoes has a perfect fit for you. Red Wing Shoes, where hard work meets the perfect pair. Because a job worth doing is a job worth doing right. 3003 Main Avenue in Fargo. Red Wing Shoes for ultimate durability.
This is Weather and Ag in Focus with Bridgette Readel, Justin Storm, and Dean Wysocki.
Welcome to Weather and Ag in Focus. Thanks for joining us on this finally Friday. I'm sorry it's not that warm out, but there's much warmer weather in the forecast coming up over the next few days.
60s?
60s. We'll have a rundown on when
70s?
the 70s are returning to the Fargo area in just a few moments.
More like a few months.
Yeah, it could be a few months. It could be a few weeks. Who knows? We do. We'll let you know here coming up in just a moment, so stay tuned. Bridgette, how are you doing today?
Fabulous. How are you guys?
We're doing okay.
We're just doing okay.
We'll just take the energy level from up here and just kind of bring it back down to earth.
Right down. Now, I do want to give a shout out because there are times where I get gifts from listeners, etc., folks who are followers on social media.
You get gifts?
And I get gifts. And so I wanted to say thank you for my Hide and Seek Champion t-shirt with a Sasquatch on it that I got as a gift from my Santa this year. So thank you for that. Today is when you get things from folks who are listeners, et cetera, you have to make sure that you say thank you and then share them with the rest of the world.
Well,
yes, indeed. We got a nice...
he definitely is the hide and seek champion.
Yes, he is. Still hiding.
And so much hiding that I have no idea if he actually exists, for those of you who are very busy seeking.
Now, you've told us behind the scenes, if you had to choose between chemtrails and Sasquatch, you would take Sasquatch.
Did any of you children see the alien spaceship last night?
That's true.
See?
That is true. I will take the lesser of two evils in that situation.
What's the famous saying?
Hidden power, secrets, cover-ups, corruption.
Uh-huh.
You think you know the whole story? No, you don't. Think again.
Yeah, think again.
Goodness.
Yeah, I think that was. I think that's one of the Sea Squatchers shirts. We got a nice signed photo in the office from them.
You did.
Yeah,
you did.
we
It's
did.
like nothing wrong with that.
Also, from Santa, I think we owe Santa a big thank you.
He's doing a really great job this last year.
And speaking of Santa, we're going to be giving away during the show. Not going to say when, but during the show. Should we?
It's something big.
We already
and
said
it's
what
something
it was.
bigger than a rain
We're giving
gauge.
away Fargo Force tickets for tomorrow's sold-out game. Here's the thing.
Right.
You have to be able to get to the studio by 4:30 this afternoon to claim your tickets.
Yeah, if you can't,
otherwise, don't bother.
If you can't, don't even call in because the tickets will go to waste.
So you be listening for this sounder.
There you go.
Again, be listening for this sounder. And when you hear that, be the first caller or third caller?
Oh, we're going to take the 6th caller.
You sure?
Yeah, because that gives the people on the streams an opportunity to win as well because they're delayed by a few seconds.
Right. So, again, and what that was the sloth, wasn't it?
That was the sloth, and this does not mean call right now, but this is the sounder we will use later.
Okay,
Yep.
so when you hear that, be the 6th caller, and you can win tickets to tomorrow night's sold-out game. If you've never been to the First Responders game, I believe it sold out last year too. It is just, they put on such an amazing show with all of our first responders on the ice. It is just it'll give you goosebumps. It really will. It's something else.
It'll be a cool thing that we're doing, and we got callers on the line. 701-293-9000 is the Red Wing Shoes phone line. If you want to join in on a part of our conversation, join the fun, ask some questions throughout the course of this hour, or you can use the email inbox, weather or ag at flagfamily.com, as well as Bridgette's personal phone.
Because I do get lots of messages over here. Just keeping up left and right, you might say.
Right.
You sure do. We're still looking for sponsors for that as well. If you're looking for a sponsorship of Bridgette's phone, weather or
I would
ag,
happily do that.
at flagfamily.com. John, welcome to the program. What's going on, buddy?
Justin Storm to the office, please.
Oh,
Justin Storm to the office, please.
What'd I do? It wasn't me.
Yeah. Oh, it was you.
You can't
Starting
prove
the
that, though.
conspiracy theories, are you?
Well, indeed I am.
Sasquatch, they exist. They exist.
I believe that I believe it's a possibility that they're real. I believe they're out there.
Oh, you think there's more than one?
They're out there.
I think there's more than one, yeah. Okay. A small population of isolated
Well, yeah, they don't live for like
bipedal
10,000
apes.
years.
Well, no, of
You know,
course
they don't live for
1,000 years.
10,000 years, and we keep seeing them. So, yeah, okay. You know, again, his name is Daryl.
Oh, John, if you could see Bridgette's face right now on our live stream, it's priceless.
That's great.
She ain't
Yeah, well,
buying it, but
Bridget-
she is getting a video loaded for the next caller. So
Well, Bridget is
Did any of you
priceless.
children see the alien spaceship last night?
well, thank you, John, for the priceless. Much appreciated.
Yeah, appreciate the phone call,
Anywho.
John. Well, let's see. What do we got coming up on the program today? We're going to be giving away those tickets at some point during the course of our show, as well as a few ag topics that we're going to get to throughout the course of this hour. Those being the North Dakota corn across the globe, avoid fraud in farming, and the farm science van. And I'm already curious about what the farm science van is all about. Is this like the magic school bus where you go on little science field trips across the galaxy?
Even better.
Really?
Okay. So in the state of Michigan, which means that we here in North Dakota are going to have to step it up. Michigan's Ag in the Classroom has a fleet of mobile units. They have some 40-foot trailers. Then they also have this farm science van. They can come to your school. They can come out if you are homeschooling, and they bring with agri-science. These are lessons that are taught by certified teachers. They talk about what's going on career-wise. They talk about technology such as drones and autonomy. They incorporate science into all of their lessons and discussion. And above all, they are sharing with students all over the state of Michigan who have a very diverse agricultural background, much like we do here in North Dakota. They're sharing what gets raised in their states and how it gets done. So hats off to Michigan. Thank you for those ag science vans and trailers and making sure that you get to kids wherever the kids might be. It's kind of like the improved bookmobile. How's that?
That's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah.
So we had an email coming. This is going back to our talk about Santa. We were talking about Bigfoot. And the emailer said that the sea squatchers, they say that they're magic and they can teleport via circles that they draw on the ground.
What?
Yeah. Teleportation.
Boy.
That's why you don't see any.
Well,
We're just trying to hold it together right now.
now this is
Yeah.
now this is all adding up. Now it makes sense.
No, that's the reason why you can't see them. Bridget, you okay?
Man, I can't
You look like your
wait to
head's
talk
gonna
about
pop.
corn.
You
I
said
can't wait to talk
you said
about corn and ethanol.
Corn, okay.
Oh, corn, yes. Corn.
Corn.
Corn. We haven't done the weather yet. How about we?
You-
You guys
get
get all
distracted
sidetracked
today?
over here, man.
yeah, what?
Telling you.
Mm-hmm.
We've got mostly sunny skies out there, although there's a few more clouds off into lakes country. And we're looking at temperatures currently just a degree or two each side of
wait.
zero. Man,
Sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going. I just
about
simply find
right.
it along the way.
It's a Friday.
a few degrees either side of zero, and we're going to warm up today to about 5 above. That is it. This will be the coldest day we see for some time, I think, as we do have warmer weather heading our way. Tonight down to 10 below. And then as we head into your Saturday, we'll start off the day with plenty of sunshine. We'll see some afternoon clouds. Winds are going to increase throughout the day. And by evening hours, we'll have wind gusts at or in excess of 30 miles an hour. That's going to produce some blowing snow, especially in the open country. So if you have thicker snowpack, watch for some blowing snow And that's going to lead to some travel trouble, I think, in mainly the Northern Valley. I wouldn't be surprised to see some winter weather advisories issued for later in the day tomorrow, north of the FM area, if you have any travel plans going that way. And then as we head into after a high tomorrow of 10, low 20s on Sunday, maybe a little light snow Sunday night into Monday, and then a storm system passes to our south Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. But all next week we'll have temperatures above normal in the 20s. Maybe a few low 30s scattered in there, but all of our long-range models are painting out a even warmer scenario as we head into the last weekend of the month, where we could have highs in the 30s to near 40. There's our January thaw.
There you go, right at the end of the month.
Not bad. And then, we only have February to deal with, and then March. Yeah, March.
2 months. We got 2 more months of winter.
And then those call it winter.
Mild spring.
Right.
How about a cold spring? That's what our winter has been. It's been a very cold spring.
So this is similar to Second Breakfast on some movies, right? You have mild spring versus heavy winter. Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah, I guess that's a great way to put it, Bridget.
Glad I could help.
Yeah. We've got a special guest coming up here, don't we, Bridget?
Yes, sure do.
Yeah.
Is that poor guy in the studio thinking, what have I gotten into
He's right
today?
next to me here.
Yeah, he's over here.
We're getting some weird
He's like,
looks.
what did I sign up for? No one told me to be talking about magical cryptids.
Oh, poor Ty. If you thought a college student got an education at university, wait till you show up on the Weather and Ag and Focus show. So today we have with us Ty MacDonald. He is the North Dakota State FFA president. He was here to talk about Giving Hearts Day because many of you know I will talk about FFA all day long whenever I get the chance. Got my jacket handy today as well. National FFA Week is also up and coming. And for all of you 4-H alumni, don't worry, we're going to have the 4-H Foundation on with us on Monday, February 5th. So we still have time to get in both youth organizations, so all of us can be supportive of them for Giving Hearts Day. So we'll be right back with Ty MacDonald. He's originally from Bismarck. We're going to talk all FFA and hopefully not a lot of Bigfoot, but we'll see. All right. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Is lower, led by feeders. For the American Ag Network, I'm Richard Rispat with this market update. Live cattle futures eroded this morning from the sharp triple-digit gains that developed yesterday. Traders seem comfortable with the current market situation heading into the weekend and also the release of the January cattle on feed report. That report will not be able to be traded until Monday morning, which will give traders and analysts the entire weekend to digest overall potential shifts. Now, the complex remains lower in all contracts, but losses have been limited to just 10 to 40 cents per hundredweight at midday. Now, the complex does remain lower in all contracts, but losses have been limited to about 50 cents, which is not enough to set any directional market shift into play, given the ability to move above short-term resistant price levels yesterday. Cattle on feed estimates are expected to be 102% a year ago levels, which at this level would put a total feedlot inventory below 12 million head. And if reports come in significantly higher than these expectations, then traders are likely to become less optimistic about short and long-term supply consolidation. Cash cattle markets this afternoon are still generally quiet. There are more bids available, but at this point they are being easily passed by feeders. Bids of 170 live in the south and 272 to 273 in the north dress basis are available. Asking prices are at 175 and higher live in the south and 275 and higher dressed in the north. Box beef prices are mixed. Choice down 34 and select up 119 with a movement of 61 loads. We'll get a look at the livestock numbers next. You're listening to the American Ag Network.
When it comes to cereal disease protection, Prosaro Pro 400 SC fungicide from Bayer makes all the difference. With 3 effective active ingredients for overlapping control of foliar and head diseases and a flexible application window for head scab, it's formulated to lower DON, protect yield potential, and promote superior grain quality. Prosaro Pro, the future of plant health starts here. Visit prosaropro.com to learn more. Always read and follow grain marketing and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
The landscape of media has changed, and people are more skeptical than ever about where they get their news and information. While major news outlets show decreasing credibility, your local farm radio station still shows strong marks. In a recent survey, farmers rated information from their farm broadcasters as almost twice as reliable as major news outlets. Farm radio continues to be transparent, honest, and trustworthy. This message brought to you by the National Association of Farm Broadcasting.
Livestock numbers: live cattle February down 50 at 174.32, April down 40 at 177.25, June down 35 at 174.17, and the August live cattle, they're down 32 at 174.60. Feeders: January down 102 at 229.90, March down 72 at 231.82. Lean hogs February down 32 at 70.77, April down 15 at 78.30, and the May lean hogs, they're down 35 at 83.75. The dollar sits at 103.0, with crude oil trading down almost a half a bucket, just under $74 a barrel. For the American Ag Network, I'm Richard Ristvet.
This is Weather and Ag in Focus with Bridgette Readel, Justin Storm, and Dean Wysocki.
And welcome back to Weather and Ag in Focus. I apologize. Justin said, hey, do you want to open this segment? But I missed that message because I'm trying to download the video for our guests so we can get this operational. But I do want to introduce to you all North Dakota State FFA President Ty MacDonald. Ty is in studio today. He's originally from Bismarck. I believe he goes to school right there in Fargo. And Ty, welcome to Weather and Ag in Focus with us. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you so much for having me, too.
Absolutely. So FFA, first of all, let's start by telling us a little bit about that organization, because we do know there are folks who are unaware of it.
Yeah. So FFA is a national organization. It's actually the largest student-led organization in the country, with over 950,000 members across the country. And it's
how many?
950,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just shy of a mil.
Yeah, it's pretty big. And if you go to the national convention they have in Indianapolis in October, November, I mean, they had, I think, 72,000 people there. So just to see a Blue Jackets,
crazy.
it's pretty cool. But it's a leadership and agricultural education program that teaches leadership and student success through ag education. I guess what I'm trying to say is through ag education.
Now, Ty, do you need certain grades to be able to be in FFA?
Essentially, I mean, you can be an FFA member, but just like a sport, if you're going to participate in a sport, you got to have, I don't know,
certain GPA.
a C or above in all your classes or something like that. And it's the same if you're going to compete in FFA.
Was it the same way when you were in FFA, Bridgette?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I will tell you that was the one time I was scared about my grades, was what if I couldn't compete or do something? that was pretty much the only time I cared about my grades. So I'm maybe not going to be the role model here that Ty thought he wanted. So Ty, tell us a little bit about your FFA experience, what you have done through the years as a member.
Yeah, so I've been in FFA since 8th grade. Like Bridgette said, I'm from Bismarck. I grew up on a ranch just south of there. And so I had two older brothers who were in FFA, and so my middle brother, Jaden, would always take me along to the meetings when I was in 8th grade. And then I just loved it ever since then. I competed in a lot of different public speaking events. I did livestock judging during the winter time, then a lot of events at the state convention there. And then now ran for state office this last June, and so that's what I'm doing now. FFA has just given me a lot of experiences and opportunities to learn and to grow, and so I'm just very grateful for FFA.
So for someone who is involved in FFA, say in the high school level, what kind of things or opportunities are they allowed to go out and take? What are these different kinds of competitions, these events, the get-togethers? What are those look like, and what do they entail?
Yeah. So that's a broad question because there's a lot that FFA does and a lot that you can be a part of in FFA. So like I mentioned, we have like the national convention. We'll have our state convention coming up in June, which takes place here at NDSU, where there's lots of different competitions, workshops. Just in the past December, we had what we call our state LDE competitive events, which is the leadership development events. So that's all your parliamentary procedure, your creed speaking, quiz, prepared public speaking, extemporaneous. So all those speaking contests we just had. And then now we're getting ready for the winter CDEs, which are called career development events. So livestock judging, egg sales, and agronomy.
I see. And what about you always hear, and we've talked to a few people about FFA before, but it's not just people that are directly involved in agriculture. You don't have to have some direct line on the farm or a ranch to be involved,
right.
Correct?
Right. And that's what I love about FFA. Like with my story, I grew up on a ranch. I've been involved in agriculture since birth, basically. But the thing about FFA is it gives so many kids opportunities to engage in agriculture. I think it's like, maybe 2% of America's population is farm and ranch families. And so that's so many other people that don't have those opportunities. And so FFA allows us to bridge that gap, I guess.
Right.
So to help expand a little bit on what Ty's talking about, as someone who in the past has been a recruiter for employment, right? I was hiring students for internships and full-time. When we saw kids who showed up and had an FFA experience behind them, their communication skills are excellent. Y'all notice that as a young man, Ty can speak very well. Clearly, he's organized. He probably was in a few public speaking events at some point in time. They came in with good time management skills, and they also understood the concept of teamwork. Some of those LDEs and CDEs that Ty talked about are individual, or maybe you're speaking by yourself in either a prepared or extemporaneous contest. Some of them you're on a team. Maybe you're with ag mechanics or meat judging. He mentioned the quiz contest. That's kind of like the FFA trivia. That's testing your mind, your skills and your memory work. And the creed contest, well, the FFA has a lot of things. One of them is its own motto, and they have their own creed that we follow. And when you do that, as those words begin, I don't care how old of an alumni you are, you will remember that I believe in the future of farming, or now it's the future of agriculture, with a faith born not of words, but of deeds. And then it goes on for 5 more paragraphs. So there's there's a lot of things that kids come out of that organization with that future employers are very happy to see. And keeping those grades up and earning scholarships is just one of the offshoots of the organization as well. So that's helpful.
That's awesome. Now, Ty, how long have you been in the FFA, did you say?
Since 8th grade, so this would, I guess, be my 6th year.
What's the biggest thing you've, so far, and what's the biggest thing that you've taken away that you've learned by being a member of the FFA?
That's a great question because, you learn a lot of things. You have a lot of different experiences. I would say something that, my advisors always told me and my parents always told me, and this is with anything in life, but FFA was, I guess, the avenue that I learned it, is that you're going to get out of something what you put into it. And so when you work hard at something, and like Bridgette talked about, being organized and on top of things and all this, when you really work towards something, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. And so with an FFA experience, I had the opportunity that with people surrounding me telling me, if you try your best at FFA, and even meeting people and doing contests and things like that, you're going to get the best possible experience out of it. I think that's true in jobs and in life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely is. So when it comes to these state positions that you're holding as state president, how does one get to that level? Are you're elected as that, and then being president, what are those roles and duties that you take on as responsibilities?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. So, and how FFA is structured is that, at least in North Dakota, you have a chapter. So each school or town has a chapter, or there's about 95 in the state, and they have a chapter officer team. And then in some states like Minnesota, they'll have regional officer teams. We don't have that in North Dakota, but you have chapter officers. And then when you graduate from high school, so right after I graduated at the past state convention in June, you get to go through a screening committee process and run for state office, where then you're slated, where the screening committee would like you in office, and then the delegates of FFA members vote on where you go. And then as far as duties go, I wouldn't say it's too much different. As president, we're kind of all just one big officer, is how I like to think of it. We really, you have to work together as a team, as a state officer team. And, we go to different contests and just help run them, hand out awards. So we were at all of the district leadership contests, running those in December. Do a lot of chapter visits. We just did, me and the state vice president, Ian Dukart from Killdeer. We're just in Beach, North Dakota with the Golden Valley County FFA chapter. earlier in January doing just a chapter visit where we did workshops with them. And you just get to engage with a lot of members from across the state, which is pretty cool.
Cool. Very interesting. Nice. Well, we're at bottom of the hour. We got to catch in on local news. But if you want to join this conversation, feel free to do so. Ask some questions on our Red Wing Shoes phone line. That's 701-293-9000 or email weather@flagfamily.com. But before we go, Dean, do you see that up in the sky? Is that a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Super Sloth.
Caller 4.
Caller 4. Make sure you can be here by 4:30, though. Yeah. We'll be right back.
They'll have you laughing right along with them. They're Bonnie and Friends.
I might go to Coach Skinner and ask him if I can be an honorary coach one game.
Why?
Let me throw on a suit and just start screaming, "Hey, back check more!"
Do you like being rejected? He's probably going to say no.
You like Peter?
Well, he'll probably say no.
He's used to it.
With the ladies. Aren't you glad I'm back?
No, not anymore.
Bonnie and Friends. Catch them weekday mornings beginning at 5.
Good afternoon. I'm Tom Tucker. WDAY News First. Governor Doug Burgum says he was quick to endorse Donald Trump for president because of Trump's positions on the economy, energy, and national security.
He understands national security. He's got proven strength and experience to be able to get the job done. And he's a guy that under him, the economy was booming. Energy in the United States was advancing.
Burgum says President Biden's, quote, crazy energy policies are empowering foreign dictators. Burgum says endorsing Trump was an easy decision. North Dakota Representative Nico Rios has avoided jail time in his drunk driving case. Under a deal with prosecutors, Rios pleaded guilty to operating a vehicle when his blood alcohol content was above the legal limit. He'll have to serve a year of unsupervised probation and pay $1,000 in fines. State GOP leaders have called for Rios to resign due to inappropriate comments he made toward officers during his arrest. And a Fargo man will spend 11 years behind bars for using a pencil to assault a federal witness in a case involving a drive-by shooting. The punishment was handed down yesterday to 19-year-old Daniel Sissy. Prosecutors say Sissy attacked the witness in January last year while they were both being held at the Cass County Jail. Tom Tucker, WDAY, and WDAYRadioNow.com.
As the new year settles in, we switch gears for the cold days ahead. And in the center of it all, ready for all kinds of weather, is an all-wheel drive Subaru. Check out the new in-stock Subaru models today. Or claim one of Muscatel's Subaru's incoming models, and you can enjoy Subaru safety that much sooner. Muscatel Subaru, just off the interstate in Moorhead, or online at muscatelsubaru.com. Subaru, built to last.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So, while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Weather and Ag in Focus on WDAY Radio.
So welcome back to Weather and Ag in Focus, and we have a winner on our hockey tickets for the Fargo Forest. Correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen. Are we ready to announce that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was Barb Gerlach. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right there, Barb, but congratulations. Hope you get to enjoy the game.
please stop by our studios today before 4:30 to pick up your tickets for tomorrow's sold-out Fargo Force game.
Or else,
we want you to enjoy it.
Or else Dean gets the tickets.
Yeah, otherwise when I leave at 5 o'clock, I'm going to grab them.
Come on, Barb, hustle up.
Yeah. I leave at 4:40, so
4:40. Oh, it's a long day. Oh, it's a long day for you today. Wow.
Only
20 minutes early.
So, gentlemen, today with us in our studio, we have Ty MacDonald. Ty is the North Dakota FFA state president. He's here to talk about Giving Hearts Day, which is coming up on February 8th all across the community. There are hundreds of organizations who are looking for your hard-earned dollar to help further their benefits and causes. And at this point, we have a video from the North Dakota FFA. We'd like to roll that video so that folks in the live stream can see it, and audioly we can hear it so that we have an idea what's coming for Giving Hearts Day for North Dakota FFA. There's no audio.
We're gonna reload the video so that way we can get the audio with it.
Okay.
So Jacob, just let us know when you got that part.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
So Ty, tell us about what is the FFA? What does Giving Hearts Day mean to the FFA?
Yeah. So Giving Hearts Day is really a big deal to FFA. So we have it's what we call the North Dakota FFA Foundation. That's where we get pretty much all of our fundraising to fund all of our FFA events and students. And so Giving Hearts Day is where we get a majority of that funding, and that all goes to programming for FFA members across the state.
What did you guys raise last year?
Yeah, so that's a good question. I'm not even sure exactly what we raised.
How about this year?
But I know they were
it
was the top.
It was a record?
The past 2 years they've been the top, and so they're going for year 3.
There we
Nice.
go.
Yes.
And I think we got that video here good to go, so why don't we try rolling that again?
Okay.
Maybe we don't have any audio
Nope.
with it.
But it looks good.
It looks great.
I mean, if you send the link,
so,
I can probably load it up on here on this end, Jacob. We'll try that then.
So this year's overall goal for the North Dakota FFA Foundation is to raise $70,000. Folks can do that through their donations, but then also there is a gift coming from Gate City Gate City Bank. And so what Gate City is doing is that if you would like to nominate your organization or your favorite charity, what you can do is click on the Gate City Bank link, and you can nominate multiple times a day. It's on their website, I believe. Plus, for those who are curious, I can add it to our Facebook page as well. And whoever is the top nominee, whom gets the most nominations, they not only get their dollars, but they get a bonus of $50,000. So if the FFA raises their goal of $70,000 and they were to earn this additional $50,000, that goes a long way for students, wouldn't you say, Ty?
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge, and it does get used for students, for grants, for scholarships to help run all these events and competitions that we've been talking about. Yeah,
that's super cool. Do we want to try and run that again, Bridgette?
Sure, if you think you've got the audio, that would be awesome.
You know what? We'll give it a third try, so let's give it a run.
Okay.
2 and 9. That's our magic number. For every 9 North Dakota high schoolers, 2 are powered by FFA ambition. 2 in every 9 are diving into challenges, learning new skills, creating relationships, and crafting tomorrow. This isn't just a club. It's the heartbeat of our state. It's the rhythm of innovation, hard work, and endless North Dakota Blue Jacket pride. Our 2 and 9 aren't making waves. They're leading the charge and igniting change. But let's take a step back. Think back to your time in the FFA. What did it do for you? What did you learn that got you to where you are today? How many things did you experience for the first time because of the FFA? Who did you meet you couldn't imagine life without? Let's not just witness. Let's ensure our members continue to have the experiences that created the people we are today. It's our turn to champion and amplify the energy of these 2 and 9. The dollars we raise help put blue jackets on the backs of members across the state. They create opportunities for education through college scholarships. These dollars support the beginning and growth of SAE projects. They send members and teams to compete at national convention, and they support new chapters. Our work is more than just raising funds. We're raising hopes, creating opportunities, sparking lifelong bonds, and inspiring members. We're not just a thriving organization, we're a family, united by our past and bound for an even brighter future. Let's stand strong, North Dakota FFA. Together, we grow.
It's a good little video.
That's
I
a
like
great
that.
lead-in. Yeah. So if that doesn't make you get out your checkbooks, gentlemen, come on, join us over here.
We know where Dean's is.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do.
Justin and I have it actually, so it's fine.
You know, I was looking for it the other day. I was wondering where it disappeared to.
Yeah. Those 50-cent charges I'm making at the gas station are still going through, so they're good.
So this is an opportunity for all of us coming up with Giving Hearts Day. There are so many worthy charities that want to know if you can support them, and we really appreciate it. North Dakota FFA will have matching donors. There is, in fact, a list on their website. I know I'm part of a matching donor team where for someone who donates $500, we're going to match that with an additional $500 to try to grow those dollars as fast as we can. Mm-hmm. And then also Agronomy on Ice, which I will be at on February 7th. We have our own specially labeled beer that you can give a free will donation, and all the money that we collect from the beer, we give back to the FFA. We don't give them the beer, we just give them the money. So we'll make sure to keep that separate.
And you guys raised a nice little, a good little bit of money last year, did you not, Bridgette? Wasn't it like, I think it was over $1,000, wasn't it?
With the last 2 years, we've given close to $3,000 each year
awesome.
Back to the FFA. Those of us who are the organizers are all FFA alumni, and we feel that FFA gave us so much as adults that we want to make sure it goes back to the kids. Maybe using the adult beverage wasn't the right way to do it, but it's working.
It's definitely
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Don't fix it. Absolutely. That's going to make great sense. So yes, I have just I'm going to test a little FFA trivia for you guys. And that is, there's an awful lot of famous people who were FFA members once upon a time. So here's one for you. Before this quarterback was selected in the 2018 National Football League draft, he worked on his family farm in California. He was a Firebaugh FFA member, and he was a National Proficiency finalist and American FFA degree recipient. His FFA jacket was displayed during the 95th National FFA Convention and Expo. Who do we think that was?
Ty's shaking his head yes.
I think I know.
Who?
I'm
Do you
going
guys
to go
have any
Brett
guesses?
Favre.
Okay, we got a Brett Favre. Dean, who do we have?
Is
And
he
then I'm gonna
local?
ask Ty.
Is he California boy or is he local
California.
boy? He's California.
California.
He went in the 2018 draft.
Boy, that's. I mean, that's not that long ago.
He's young.
Right.
It's not Carson. It's not Carson
Is
Wentz.
it Mahomes?
No.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to
It's
the
his, I'm pretty sure it's his rival. I think it's Josh Allen, right?
It is Josh Allen.
Oh, man,
look at that.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Other famous FFA members would include Taylor Swift,
Really?
Tim McGraw,
I did not know that one.
Cody Johnson, Orion Samuelson from the U.S. News and Farm Report,
That makes
and former
sense.
President Jimmy Carter. Yes.
So Taylor Swift, Swiftie was a FFA
Makes sense. She
member.
grew
Yes.
up on a farm, didn't she?
Yep, and she has come back and been part of the entertainment at National Convention. As Ty mentioned, when that National Convention happened, there's 70,000 plus students and advisors and parents there, and well, somebody needs to keep them busy. So between contests and leadership workshops, there's concerts and all sorts of things for the kids to take in. It's a
Wow,
pretty big
that's
experience.
super
That's cool.
So, Ty, what's coming up with FFA throughout the coming year? Is there any events or anything going on? Anything big?
Yeah, so coming up in February is the National FFA Week. So I know our team will be doing quite a bit of traveling, just visiting with different schools and chapters, and we have that. And then we have, like I said, our winter CDEs are coming up, and the state winter CDE day is, I'm not sure of the date exactly, but it's in March. So
okay.
Wow. And Ty, if people want to donate for the FFA through Giving Hearts, what's the best way to do that?
So you can visit ndffa.co/GHDNDFFA, so Giving Hearts Day, NDFFA. Or you can just go to the NDFFA Foundation's website, which is ndffafoundation.com, and there's a big banner for Giving Hearts Day right on the front page that you can click on. I think would probably be the easiest way. Or you can also go, of course, to the Giving Hearts Day website and search NDFFA there too.
Right, and we'll throw the link on our Weather and Ag and Focus Facebook page as well. If you want to just navigate over there, we'll have that link available that you can just click and donate to.
And Giving Hearts Day coming up Thursday, February 8th.
That's coming up.
It
quick.
is, and shortly thereafter, that, as Ty mentioned, will be National FFA Week. So if you are an alumni and you have your FFA jacket, don't be afraid to go hang that in your office at work. Make sure to take it with you in your vehicle while you travel. That is a week where if I'm on the road presenting, I make sure I'm wearing my jacket, because those blue jackets are a source of pride for a lot of people, especially in the fact that if they still fit, that's an even bigger source of pride.
So is that the one you had in college, Bridgette?
Yes. So
Yes,
I
your
was a state
association,
officer
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Ty. Yep. So mine says association. My chapter jacket would have said Wysocki across the bottom, because that represented my chapter, and then your state is always across your shoulders.
Well, and we all know, due to Farm Fit Mama, because Bridgette works out
Yes.
with her, we know that jacket still fits. So there's not even a question about that.
It does.
See?
It does. But I do have to laugh when I said what's on the back of your jacket for the name and chapter. I remember being at National Convention. It was still held in Kansas City, Missouri, and we had a young lady with us. I don't want to say anything negative here, but maybe she could have done a little bit better in geography class, because kids from the state of Hawaii walked by, and it said Hawaii on the back of their jackets. And she looked at them and said, "Wow, I thought we had a long drive."
Oh,
That's a long drive.
Yeah.
It's a wet drive.
Quite a bridge.
Yeah.
Quite a Yes.
Yep. They just finished that bridge
Man,
going to the mainland.
They
It's
must
a
be really
long
good at
one.
swimming.
Oh, okay. Ty, last question for you. What are you going to do after you're done with your FFA career? What's next up for you?
What's next up? Well, currently I'm a freshman at North Dakota State University studying animal science, so I guess I'll keep pursuing that degree and try to help out with FFA wherever I can, with the next officer team. Yeah. That's the plan for now.
Glad to hear that.
Super cool.
And then maybe go back to the farm.
And the future plans, yes, hopefully to go back to the ranch. Yep.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Ty, thanks very much for joining us today on Weather and Ag and Focus.
Yes, thank you guys so much for having me, and thank you for all you do for FFA and agriculture in North Dakota. It means a lot.
Well,
Yeah,
you,
no problem.
You work with Bridgette. I mean, she's a rock star. So.
Yes, she is a rock star.
All you have to do is follow what Bridgette does, and you'll be successful.
There you go.
There you go.
Driving every
thanks, you
snowstorm you
guys.
see.
Thanks again, Ty.
They follow.
Thank
They
you.
follow
They
you.
follow you. They
That's
follow
fine.
you. All right, we'll be right back after this short moment. We'll be back with a check on the forecast. We still got 2 ag topics to get to. And, of course, you want to join on the conversation, ask a question. 701-293-9000 is the Red Wing Shoes phone line.
Hello, Fargo. This is John Adams, your host of Talk of the Town. My show is designed to highlight everything great about the city, the valley, and the country in which we live. I've had the great fortune of meeting, working, and living with wonderful people in the Fargo-Moorhead area, and I want to bring their stories to you. Human interest stories, sports, timely topics that affect all of us in the Red River Valley. Talk of the Town with John Adams. Tune in for positivity and fun.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
Here's to Prilosec OTC. Without Prilosec, I wouldn't be able to enjoy all this yummy holiday food. Speaking of, whoever made that apple pie, delicious. I just take one pill each morning and zero heartburn all day. So cheers to Prilosec OTC. Ooh, are those jalapeno poppers?
Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid that can cause heartburn, so you can enjoy the holidays. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
I feel like I'm constantly cleaning hair off my bathroom floor. At least my Swiffer Sweeper makes it easy. Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths have ultra-thick pads to trap and lock hairs, like a hair magnet. And when I'm finished cleaning up my hair, Sweeper takes care of his too. Now the hair is gone, all thanks to Swiffer. Try Swiffer Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths. I promise you'll love them or your money back. And also try Swiffer Sweeper Wet to make quick work of tough, sticky messes.
Uncover unbeatable boat show incentives at Lakeland Dock and Lift. For a limited time, purchase a flow lift and receive a free boat canopy fabric valued up to $5,100 on qualifying lift purchase. Or receive free Homecrest furniture up to $2,300 with qualifying flow dock purchase. Experience the unparalleled convenience of flow docks and lifts. Hurry in for this limited time offer. Lakeland Dock and Lift, Highway 10, east of Detroit Lakes, or Lakeland General Store, just south of Detroit Lakes in Dunvilla.
Attention job seekers, AW Diesel Service Inc. in Gwinner, North Dakota is hiring a parts specialist. If you have light mechanical abilities, knowledge of heavy trucks, and excellent computer skills, AW Diesel Service wants to hear from you. This exciting opportunity involves dealing with the public, both in person and by phone. Monday to Friday, 8 to 5:30 with 1 to 2 Saturday mornings. Wages are negotiable and immediate start is possible. Contact Nancy at AW Diesel, 701-678-2132, or email your resume to nancy at awdiesel@gmail.com. Kick off your new year with a new job with a company that is family-oriented and offers great pay and benefits and room to grow your career. Plains Grain and Agronomy is hiring immediately for grain sampler, custom applicator, Class A truck driver, and general laborers. Plains Grain and Agronomy looks forward to visiting with you. Apply online at plainsgrain.com. That's plainsgrain.com.
This is Weather and Ag in Focus with Bridgette Readel, Justin Storm, and Dean Wysocki.
And welcome back to Weather and Ag in Focus, 152 on this Friday. A lot of sunshine, but there's some clouds starting to kind of build up.
They're building? What are they building?
They're building possibly a few snow flurries.
Really?
That's what they're building.
Wow, who would have guessed that?
Not you, I guess,
I
right?
guess not.
We're looking at partly cloudy skies for the rest of the afternoon.
More happy-go-lucky.
We are, yeah.
Yeah.
The airport's reporting 4. Endon is reporting 0. So it's cold. It's cold.
That's a good way to put it.
It's cold.
It's cold.
Highs today probably around 5 or so not far off from where we're at right now. And winds still breezy, producing those wind chills. About 20 below over much of the area. Clear to partly cloudy tonight. We'll bottom out near 10 below. It's going to be a cold one. Here's the good news about 10 below is we won't have much wind with it. Winds will be light, so that will help.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then Saturday we'll start off with sunshine and lighter winds, but winds will gradually increase throughout the day. By the evening hours, we'll have wind gusts of around 30 miles an hour, maybe a little stronger out of the south as warmer air pushes in. Now, that's going to cause some blowing snow issues, especially in open country and areas that have the thicker snowpack. Don't be surprised if there's some type of advisory issued, especially for the Northern Valley tomorrow due to blowing snow, with highs only around 10 above. And then Sunday, a little better, low 20s, a few more clouds, still breezy. And then as we head into Sunday night into Monday, a little bit of light snow possible, not a big deal though. And then highs remain in the 20s next week, which is above normal, maybe a few low 30s. And if we're lucky and we can melt away enough of this snow by the following weekend, which would round out the month of January, we could conceivably see temperatures approaching 40. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you just say the F word?
Bridgette's like, I don't know if I like that. I've got agronomy on ice to worry about.
You do.
Yeah, I'm not real sure I'm happy with that yet, which there are many people who are like, shut up, lady, let it be 40. Stop talking. So,
now,
yeah,
has
I get
agronomy
it.
and ice, has that ever gotten, I don't know if I want to use the word canceled, but you couldn't get out on the ice?
So this will be year number 6. Every year we have managed to get on the ice. We have always had enough. Last year we had to move mountains of snow to get on the ice, but this year a little bit different, and no doubt this last week has really helped.
Oh yeah.
So we did build some ice, but as to how that's gonna continue, we just got to be real careful. And if the worst scenario happened, we would still do it on shore, so it would be agronomy next to ice. But we want to make sure that we are safety first.
I think you'll be okay. Even with the warmer air coming, I think
Okay.
I would think so.
Yeah. I'm a lot of anxiety, Annie. My business partners sort of make fun of the fact that I could barely sleep the night before, just worried about ice thickness. But I did not grow up ice fishing, so this is all still a little bit new for me. Just saying.
We had a commenter on our live streams going back to you were talking about that lady at your FFA convention who saw the people from Hawaii and said, man, that's a far drive.
Yes.
Dirk wants to know what the toll for that bridge is because he wants to drive to Hawaii.
Dan.
I can't name names, but I can guarantee you those who were in my high school chapter at the time probably know who I'm talking about.
Do you think she was kidding? She had
no,
just didn't know. Just didn't know geography. I wonder what she's doing. What's she doing now?
Yeah, here's your trivia question.
She's a geography teacher.
She's making maps for Rand McNally.
For $1 million, what is the name of the bridge that connects California to Hawaii?
And if you believe that, I have a bridge to sell you. But I don't. There may be a situation where after the fact, it dawned on her what she just said, but in the moment, nope, wasn't at all. And we had just driven down from North Dakota to Kansas City, and she thought that was a long drive. So.
Oh, man.
Lord.
Yeah, there's moments. There's
we all have them.
many good stories.
Definitely.
Some have them a few more times than others, but hey, you know.
What's the famous saying? There's no dumb question, just dumb people asking them.
Yes, that's the saying.
Now, I don't want to detract from people who do ask us great questions.
Oh, yes, all the time.
That really is the case, yes.
Except for John.
In fact.
Except for John.
What's wrong with John?
Well, just some of his questions.
Oh, well, I mean, no.
We know he's listening, and he'll follow up with us one way or the other.
John, you know we love you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
we got egg topics to get to
here.
Yeah,
a couple of egg topics, Bridgette.
Okay, so corn in North Dakota, about 50% of our corn actually goes into ethanol production. We have the capability in this state of producing 550 million gallons of ethanol per year. Now, what does this economic impact mean to our state? $1.7 billion. So there's a lot that goes into the corn, and it's not just with the ethanol. The distiller's grains as a byproduct can be fed to our cattle and other livestock as a great food source that can be built into their rations. We also know that we can use silage corn. So not everything is field corn. There may be silage that also gets fed into a variety of livestock operations. So corn as a prevalent crop in North Dakota is not just ethanol, but it's a great feed stuff as well. And I was asked this morning, there are differences. There's field corn that we raise, silage corn, which is different, and usually you see that mostly in dairy or beef animals. And then we also raise sweet corn, which you and I would want to have fresh off the cob in the fall every year, late summer.
Well, it's going to wrap it up for us today. We'll be back on Monday.
Yeah, Bridgette,
Bridgette's gone.
You'll be gone next week. Enjoy your time off. You deserve it, young lady. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you back here on Monday. The best of the Jay
so make
Thomas
sure you
Show.
call in.
Yeah, it's the best of the Jay Thomas Show coming up next.
Hello, Fargo. This is John Adams, your